The WNBA season has started, and the New York Liberty got their first win. Let's talk about it here on the Light It Up Liberty podcast. Welcome back to the Light It Up Liberty podcast here on the Deep Dig Sports Network. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be bringing you all the WNBA news and scores around the league, and especially talking about every New York Liberty game this year. So there's a lot to like about this game. There was a lot to dislike about this game. So we're going to dig into everything going into the stats and storylines against the Washington Mystics. Firstly, I really want to give credit to the Washington Mystics team. I know I was on here saying that it was Tank City for this squad, but I thought they did a really good job in the first half, disrupting passing lanes, getting turnovers, creating points off those turnovers. Dolson started the game hot. I think she had 11 points in the first half, hit a couple big threes. Shakira Austin, really amazing performance, really dominated the paint. Had a monster block on Brianna Stewart to end the first half, and then hit a clutch three at the end of the first half. Really took all the momentum away from the Liberty at that point, and then they went into the Liberty went into third struggling. I think Austin finished with 5 blocks, so really great performance. I really can't wait to see what else she does for the rest of the season. And also, Brittney Sykes looks really good. I thought she looks faster than anyone on the court. There's times where she's being so aggressive and so fast that I didn't think anyone could stop her, and there was times where no one could. So I thought it was a pretty solid performance from her, and I think this Washington team is not going to really be a walkover team. I think they're going to put up fights this season. Now turning it over to the Liberty, not the best performance from their stars. Brianna Stewart only 8 points, but she did finish with 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Also had 3 turnovers, so not the best game from their MVP, but I think it was a little bit worked into the game plan because obviously the Mystics wanted to guard Brianna Stewart. They wanted to shut her down, and they kind of did. Brianna did miss some shots, but in the game plan of Washington kind of trying to take away Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones had an amazing game, and it was like the Liberty said, "You have the green light because when we swing it over to you, they're going to hesitate. They're going to want to cover Brianna, and you just pull up for 3." And Jonquel Jones has so much to her game. She has the step back 3. She has catch and shoot. She has a fadeaway jumper. She can drive on bigger opponents. Like everything about Jonquel, like I think she needs more respect after what we saw in this performance. Amazing player offensively. Also wanted to touch base on Sabrina Ionescu. Not her best game, but she had a solid performance. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. The big stat that we're looking at with Sabrina is 1 for 7 from the 3-point line. That is just not going to get it done. And I think her draining a couple more of those threes, I'm okay with her taking 7 threes. I'm okay with her taking 10 threes. Like, I think she should launch it. She has that range. Not a lot of shots in rhythm for her. I thought the defense for the Mystics was kind of smothering in this game. But yeah, take a little bit better shot selection and hit some of these, and maybe you don't fall so far behind in the third. The third quarter was a struggle for this Liberty team. They only had 1 field goal. They hit their first field goal with 2 minutes left in the third. So most of this third quarter, they didn't score from anywhere other than the free throw line, which was concerning. I thought their defense kind of kept them in there, though. They kept them within striking distance until that buzzer beater 3 to extend the lead for Washington. But the defense played okay in the third. But to wrap up Ionescu, I think she will be fine. Still put up 15 points. Still put up a pretty solid performance. I think her and Stewart were active in engaged the whole game. I thought they were playing hard. So I think the shots will start to fall, and I'm not really concerned about it. Another one of the starters, Vandersloot, I thought started off really good, getting to the basket at will. Really looked fast, really made some cool plays, but then kind of got a little reckless. I thought she played a little wild, had some bad turnovers, got the nasty block on her at the end of the first quarter. And yeah, just bad passes. I think she should slow down, direct the offense a little bit more. I'd love to see them, run a couple more sets. I think they tried to match the pace of Washington here a little bit. and that just was not their strength. I think they need to set up some shots. And when they were able to swing it around and Brianna cut to the basket or Jonquel hit a kick out three, I thought that was the best part of their game. And I think that'll open up Ionescu a little bit more. And I know we were talking here last week about the bench really being a huge factor for the New York Liberty. And I think they played okay defensively. I think they got their jobs done, but I would love to see them contribute more offensively. Not a lot from this group offensively. We had Burke on the bench, was the best of the bunch. She finished with a +7, but she also had a really ugly turnover. Fibish and Dojkic both finished -4 and -2 respectively. These two need to step it up. They need to be contributors this year if this Liberty team wants to go far and win a championship, because they're basically their only options in the backup guard department. Uh, and you need to be able to lean on these two going through the whole season, so you don't really run Ionescu and Vandersloot into the ground and they're ready for playoffs. But also, you can't be finishing minus while the rest of the team is in the plus category. That this just can't happen. You got to score. You got to put up some better defensive numbers too. The end of the game was stressful. So Liberty came in trailing into the fourth, and they started to put things together, started to play better defensively, really cut down that lead quick, and then slowly took over. I thought Sykes put up a good fight, though. Washington was still staying in there, going back and forth on the scoreboard. It was about a one-score game in the final 6 minutes, and it was tight. Then we got to the very end of the game, 1 point game. It's giving multiple attempts to each team to kind of put it away or take back the lead. I thought Dolson had a wide open shot, pretty good look for someone who had hit a couple threes in this game, and she missed it. And Liberty got lucky on their end, but also I think they showed great discipline in these last minutes. I think they looked like a championship team the way they held their poise and they were able to hold on to that 1 point lead. Multiple times the Mystics could have hit a shot to take the lead, but they just couldn't get into the paint at the end of the game. The Liberty were flying all over the place, being aggressive on defense, and really held their own. So I I think part of it's a little 50-50 for me this game, that Mystics lost it and Liberty won it. I won't say that Liberty did everything they perfectly and they straight out won this game. I think Mystics did make mistakes, and they did blow some opportunities, especially at the end of the game. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter. It's in the win column. Dolson missed the final shot. Uh, Liberty gets the win. They're undefeated this year, and it was a great game. And I think they're going to build on it. They're going to put together better performances. And yeah, I'm ready to watch them the rest of the season. We'll be right here breaking down every game and every storyline. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the Light It Up Liberty podcast.